Hello, everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be doing an AMA with all of the co-founders at Kasta. My name is Matsir. I'm the social media manager here, and I take care of all of the socials and a lot of the marketing as well.
Cool. Maybe I'll go next. I'm one of the Carls. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Kasta as well. You've seen me hopefully before, or not hopefully, but on Twitter for a few clips. And yeah, who's this guy?
I'm the second Carl, and I am also co-founder and CMO. And I'm pretty sure most people already know who I am. I'm not going to take up too much time, but I'm super excited to be part of this project and getting excited for next year. But let's leave it over to maybe Sebastian.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Sebastian, and I'm pretty sure that nobody knows who I am, but I am the CTO of Kasta. So I'm leading all the developers to actually develop the product.
Cool.
And over to you, Hans.
You have some followers over on Twitter now.
I saw you're getting famous now, bro.
That's true. That's true. I have like 1K followers, so maybe I am.
I think more.
1.5, I think.
You're getting famous there. Oh.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Start tweeting more, maybe. It'd be nice.
But I'm developing so much. I'm working.
I know. It's fine. That's a valid reason.
That's a very valid reason.
Yeah. What about Hans? What is your reason for not tweeting every day?
Oh, I'm working as well. Yeah.
Am I the only one who's not working here?
Yeah. So yeah, hi. I'm Hans, and I'm the CPO of Kasta. So I work with product design, data analytics, and also like currently with visual design and branding as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
The founders.
Nice. So we've collected some questions from the community, and we're going to address them as well as we currently can. So we'll start off with, Carl or Hans. How can Kasta be used in our day-to-day lives?
Do you want me to take it, Hans, or do you want to?
I think, yeah, you can go with it.
Okay. So actually, this is the reason why we all founded Kasta. It's to actually address pain points that we have in our everyday life. We, all of us in this call, we're earning crypto, as salaries, and we have a lot of our assets in crypto. So what we're addressing with and what we're trying to achieve with Kasta is to enable cryptocurrencies to become much better as a medium of exchange. So I know I'm solving a problem for myself with Kasta, basically, that I'll be able to go out and pay for my, restaurant bill with our Kasta debit card. Then if me and Carl want to split the bill after on the restaurant, we can do so easily with Kasta. I could transfer him USDT, for example, without having to pay this crazy gas fees and have to wait for him to receive the transfer, etc. I'll be able to just send him funds using his phone number, and it will receive in his wallet instantly and for free. So sure, I'm going to use it in my everyday life, and that's what we want to achieve with Kasta, to enable the digital assets to become a medium of exchange, basically.
Nice. And in terms of everyday life, are we able to get our paychecks directly deposited into the Kasta app? Would that be a feature?
Not when we launch, actually. So this is not the first feature, but down the road, it's in our roadmap that we want to enable, your paycheck to come into the Kasta account, because like I said, we want to steer the world towards a crypto-based economy, and people are getting salaries to be able to survive, right? So that salary should be able to come into the Kasta account if we want to.
So it seems like there's a lot of other companies that are doing something similar to Kasta. How will Kasta be better than its competitors?
Who wants to take this one?
Yeah, I can perhaps take this one. So since our mission is the worldwide adoption of crypto, we're kind of moving towards everyday users rather than like super tech savvy people. And generally speaking, like people who are not that into tech, they don't really care what's actually happening inside the code or how the code works. The product just needs to be simple to use so they can incorporate into their everyday lives. So I would say mainly it's the simplicity, and then also like all the other functionality that we add to the package as well.
Nice.
I think like a natural question that might come after this is the question of whether we are centralized or decentralized. And as Hans mentioned there, like our main focus is mainstream crypto adoption. And the way we see it, we want to solve the UX challenge that like the crypto community currently faces. And at the moment, the blockchain ecosystem isn't really mature enough where you can deliver like a fully decentralized experience that's like really easy to use. So like there's a trade-off between decentralization and ease of use. And we've chosen to go with the ease of use part of that trade-off. So that's why we are actually centralized now to begin with. But I mean, as we sort of grow as a company and also as the blockchain community grows and matures, I mean, we will for sure have our eyes set on like decentralizing as it makes sense in terms of user experience down the line.
100%. We could also add there actually that we started developing this on the Lightning Network, but then chose to go this road that we took because, like Sebastian said, we want to do the UX a lot better, and the Lightning Networks only works for Bitcoin. However, we want to introduce much more cryptocurrencies like USDT, stable coins, etc. We want to have Ethereum in there. We also want to have a really solid fiat on and off ramps. So this is also the reason why we took this. Like Sebastian is saying, just to make the UX as good as possible. So, but that's, I guess that.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good point. I mean, that was one of the challenges with the Lightning Network, and then there was also like a bunch of other technical challenges with the state of LND, like that's the top implementation of the Lightning Network. Like a couple of months ago when we actually started, I mean, it was honestly, it wasn't ready to use for like a mainstream production ready application.
You mean a year ago when we started?
A year ago, yeah, that's true. That's true. Time flies.
Time flies, yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, but I guess we can say that in the future, as soon as there is something that is developed that is ready for mass adoption and ready for what we want to do, we will implement that, because decentralization is obviously very important. But in the immediate short term, when you want to buy a cup of coffee, you don't necessarily care about the full decentralization of Bitcoin. When you just want to get into the cafeteria and buy a cup of coffee, I think that's kind of the main point here. But of course, if you're sending $1,000, 5,000, or let's say $1 million, or even $1 billion, which is actually possible with Bitcoin, then use Bitcoin. It's the best, most decentralized, most secure network for payments in the whole world. There's no one here that would ever argue against that. We're not trying to be better than Bitcoin. We're not trying to replace Bitcoin. We're simply trying to make Bitcoin a little bit more liquid, a little bit more easier to transact between people on a very small scale for buying a cup of coffee, splitting bills,
paying for utility bills in the
end,
stuff like that.
Getting paid like
as a medium of exchange.
Yeah. Just very quick small payments, and I think that's what we're solving here. We're not making a crazy new Bitcoin out of this. This is not our mission. So UX UI, like Sebastian said, that is right now very bad in crypto. It's very hard to send crypto payments, and it's literally today. I actually bought a car today. Secret still what car that is, but I talked to the guy there, and he was like asking me a bunch of questions about, oh, Carl, I know you're doing these YouTube videos about crypto. how do I send this money from this wallet over to this Coinbase thing and then back there? Like, what about the security here? He was so confused and he had no clue how to do it. And honestly, I told him like, bro, I actually don't know what you're like. Don't ask me because it's very hard. Like, I don't know exactly what. It's not easy, and it's like codes back and forth. And honestly, it's not easy to use.
The user shouldn't have to know.
No.
Like the user shouldn't have to know that. Like if you just want to like take advantage of all like the beautiful opportunities that crypto like enables, then I mean you shouldn't have to be like a tech pro in order to do that.
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
In terms of buying things, how does it work on the other end of the spectrum with merchants accepting it? How are we making it convenient for merchants?
Should I? Yeah,
Carl?
how we're making it convenient. Like I stated before, it's very important for us to be able to transition more into a crypto-based economy. Like I said, it's very important that we have really good fiat on and off ramps. And what I mean by that is that, you know, it needs to be very easy to convert your fiat to crypto and to crypto to fiat. And that is something that we want to solve for the merchants who wants to start accepting crypto, for example. So with Kasta, they'll be able to start accepting crypto, but we also have a feature in there that we call the Easy Swap engine, is that the merchant itself will actually be able to choose what currency they would like to receive the payment in. So, you know, they could get euros if I send them Bitcoin, or the other way around. Some merchants maybe only want to receive crypto like Bitcoin, because we all love Bitcoin here, right? I would want to have all my payments in Bitcoin. So if someone sends me euros, it gets automatically converted into Bitcoin. So this is how we're, you know, building this bridge between merchants and purchasers itself. So now, you know, merchants will be able to start accepting crypto, but under the hood, they're not accepting crypto, or the other way around. So that's, you know, how we're making it much more simple, because there is actually an issue in a lot of countries with cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, etc., because of the volatility. So if you earn gains from, you know, the Bitcoin price going up, you might have to tax on that. But with this Easy Swap engine, it will help, you know, these merchants away from that problem in that sense.
Yeah, I think those are great points, and I also think that this this thing about you can choose what currency you want to get. Like people that are not in crypto that want to get paid in crypto, well, now they can get paid in crypto.
Yeah.
If you're working in a grocery store, just like I was doing 3 years ago, I was making horrible fiat that I don't want to have. What if I could just use Kasta, tell my boss, send the money into Kasta, either everything gets converted to Bitcoin, or I hope, maybe I should ask Sebastian, but maybe we can do also 50-50. 50% of my paycheck gets into Bitcoin, which is my dollar cost average for the future, and 50% I use to pay for whatever I need. You know, fiat is still kind of ruling the world, right? But that could be a cool thing. Like, but I think this is very important for people.
I mean, actually, we're setting it up so that you can set like any sort of weights you want. So you could select that you want like 25% in Ethereum, 25% in USDT, and 50% in Bitcoin, or like
Nice.
any sort of like way you want to split it up. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that also naturally sparks the question that the community members have been having. It's how are we making this free and instant? These conversions, how does this work within Kasta?
So that's again where the decentralized approach comes into play. So like the transfers aren't actually on chain. So all the transfers are as on any sort of exchange where they happen on our internal ledger. And any withdrawals, of course, goes on chain. But any internal transfers goes off chain, which means that they're free and instant, and yeah, that's how we do it.
Always be free and
Nice.
if you send the same currency, and that's very important.
Yeah.
And that should also incentivize users to use Kasta because it'll be within the Kasta application.
Exactly.
Okay. And how would we, in terms of our token, how is it going to be integrated with debit cards?
I can.
The token itself, I'm not sure how it will be integrated with the debit card, but the app will be integrated with like a debit card. So you'll be able to spend your crypto on like any merchant that accepts a Visa card. And we will handle all the conversions in the background automatically for you. So if you want to spend your Bitcoin and go to the store, just swipe your card and we will convert that Bitcoin into fiat and settle and handle the settlement with the merchant where you used it.
I was thinking about something. I'm sure the people watching would love to hear all of the different utilities that we have for the token. Maybe we should take a few minutes to just like list all of the ones that we have now or in the beginning, but of course there will be more rolling out as we go, but the ones that we can announce now, we should go through them, right? I don't know who's best to answer this. Maybe you or Sebastian. Or...
I can do it.
I think Carl is way better at this.
I'll do it. So we're actually thinking, we've had this plan for a very long time, and that's how we built the product now. So there will be different levels within our system, within the app itself. So depending on how much Kasta you stake within the platform, you will get these different utilities within the platform. So the more you stake, the lower fees you'll get, for example, the better cashback deals you will get by using the debit card. You will also get governance within the app, so you'll be able to vote for what cashback brand you would like us to include in the future. You will also have yield multiplier, so the more Kasta you stake, the better yields you get on your assets in Kasta. There are some features like in there, or those are some utilities. However, we know that it's kind of hard for the everyday man to reach the top levels because you will probably have to stake a lot of Kasta. So what we've done then is that friends can go in, like us in the call, and we can stake Kasta together in the platform and create a staking pool together, and from that staking pool we'll be able to get these rewards together.
So that's a very interesting thing because I never saw that before.
And it's brings this social aspect to.
It's very smart. It was your idea, actually, wasn't it?
No, it was. We had a workship around this whole thing.
Well, it was a very good idea.
I think it was Christian's idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Nice idea. I love it so much because it's a cool way to pull people together. I mean, yeah, let's say you need to stake $1,000 to get maybe a better card. Then from what I understand, the idea is that all 4 or 5 of us could do $250 each into this pool, and boom, we all get the card.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it because I never saw any other project doing that kind of grouping before. Power to the community, I guess. It's like a community thing, actually.
Exactly, and that's very important. And we want to bring the social aspect into it because it's cool to see friends going together.
Ooh, maybe we should have some very limited cards with like extremely high, very high staking, and you need basically like hundreds of people staking together. That would be very cool.
The entire world needs to stake.
Yeah, man.
We could discuss it.
Yeah,
but it's not on our roadmap.
Yeah, but then YouTubers they create these pools, these YouTubers. Maybe they have like 1,000 of their community members are staking, and they can all get this special card for that community. Could be cool.
Could be cool.
This is not official announcement, of course. This is just.
It was an idea that he came up with now.
But we should maybe do it. Comment down below. Let's comment down below. Is that a good idea or no?
But also what's important to say, because you asked what utilities we have to begin with, and those, like all these utilities, will not be there from day one. And that's very important to state because we don't have everything in place when we launch the app. We're taking it into different sections. So when we launch the app to begin with, you'll be able to refer friends, get rewarded by referring friends, and we'll have some few different levels. And depending on how much you're staking in Kasta tokens, you'll get a few of these utilities, but not all the utilities to begin with. So that's important to state. But as we go, there will be a lot more coming. And so but But I think we have, that would be interesting from the community here to hear what you think about our utilities. Compared to other competitors, I would say that we have pretty strong utilities. It'd be interesting to see. And if you have any feedback on what you would like to see in the product, it would be awesome to hear that in the comment field as well, like
Yeah,
different utilities.
One of
that's very good.
one of the biggest
Comments
one
there.
of the biggest things, Carl the Moon, that you were talking about on other channels seem to be our yield strategies. How do you envision this happening, and how are we going to have these high yields that we're aiming for?
Can I just tell everyone why I think we should implement yield, and then you guys can take
Yeah.
care of the actual technicals of it. For me, I love putting my crypto into work so that my crypto doesn't just lay around on the ledger somewhere collecting cyber dust or whatever you would call that. What I want is that my Bitcoin make me passive income, and that's exactly what I'm doing from, I guess, 5, 6 different products right now. So for me, it's very important to have these yield strategies for myself. So I really, really want Kasta to have a amazing yield strategy, not only with a competitive yield, but also dead simple to use. Because some of these applications are not very easy to use, to be frank. And yeah, so that's just from my side why I think it's very cool, very important, and I want to make sure that, because I'm making a lot of money from these different strategies, so I think it makes sense that we can kind of spread that wealth a little bit onto our users.
And this is also a very good selling point, I would say, for us to get, people to adopt to crypto. Because why let your money stagnate in your bank account? Why not let it work for you instead? So this is one of the beautiful features behind blockchain technology, that you can get these yield effects, and let the money work for you. And that's what we want to, introduce to the everyday man.
Yes, and some people are sometimes saying, but okay, why should I use Kasta? I can use like PayPal or some other application. But did you see any other payment solution out there giving yield strategies to their users where they can make passive income? No, not even in crypto. There are yield platforms, yes, but they don't have the payments. So we're combining both of these amazing things together,
Yeah.
making a fantastic whole product where you make money and you spend money. I think that's something that no one really did before, actually. And that's, I think, like, the main reason why I'm so excited about Kasta, because this is something I am going to use myself every day. I will stop using many other products. I will just completely switch over to Kasta. Here in Dubai, for example, when we're going, I don't know, go-karting or whatever, going to the restaurants, that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put a bunch of my wealth into there in our yield strategies. I would never put all of my money into one single app, even if it's my own app, I think. But I would put like a huge part there, because I think like now I have the chance to actually influence so that our yield strategies become very, very like low risk and still high reward. And I think that's, we need to optimize so that we can be very competitive. Obviously, it's not going to be very competitive day one, but like, I think as we go, our goal is to be very, very competitive.
Nice. One of the things that comes to mind within our app, and I think it's a concern from the crypto community in general, it's these applications that promise free transactions and free deposits and stuff like that, but then in the background there's these hidden fees. We're promoting free and instant. How are our deposits and withdrawals going to be? Are they going to be completely free? Is it going to take some more time for it to become free? How will this work?
Should I go? Yeah. So the deposits will be free in the sense that we won't charge anything whenever you send from like an external wallet into our platform. You will probably be charged from that wallet, like that you're sending from, like a network fee or something like that. But we won't charge any fee there. And the fee like the exact fees that we will have at the moment is pretty hard to say. Like it depends on like a lot of factors that we haven't really figured out yet. But what I can say is that, I mean, for sure that we're going to aim for like just reducing our fees all the time.
Mm.
We're going to start out probably pretty high with the fees that we actually do have. I mean, we do have like, for example, exchange fees. So whenever if you want to exchange USDT for Ethereum, then we have like a fee, like an exchange fee. And that will be reduced as you stay Kasta, which is nice. But all of those fees, I mean, we will try to reduce them as much as possible. Yeah.
And then inevitably, like the more Kasta you stake, the lower your fee would be on these different swaps and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Nice.
I have
to
one,
kind of add there. Sorry.
Oh, you want
But like sending crypto to crypto is going to be free though. So if you don't exchange, that's going to be free and instant.
It's very important to point out that's what we're doing. You know, Bitcoin to Bitcoin, USDT to USDT will always be free. But the transactions when we do an exchange as well, if I choose to receive it in euros or USDT when Carl sends me Bitcoin, it will still be instant, but we'll take a small cut for the exchanging of currencies.
Yeah, I actually have one little, like, when I talk about Kasta to my friends, everyone always tells me that the branding is excellent. It's so on point. And I always tell them that it's our genius Hans who's behind that. So maybe Hans, can you talk about like how did you come up with this amazing branding? It looks so good somehow. Like, how did you do that?
Well, we did come up with it together. I mean, you were all
Really,
part of the process. Like, it was a lengthy process. We did a bunch of workshops together and went through the branding process of what we wanted to create. And then, based on all of that, it was just pretty easy to put something together.
Pretty,
Yeah, I think that's.
very nice. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
make like a multi-billion-dollar branding. Everyone's like shocked, and you're like, easy. That's the genius behind the Hans. That's cool. That's nice. Yeah, the branding is on point.
Yeah, then I guess we hit the nail there.
And it's gonna get even better as we go.
Yeah.
We're still early.
I mean, it's important to point out that we're so early in this project still, and we're like constantly like we're going about this like in an iterative way, where we want to launch something as soon as possible, just in order to get like the community's feedback as soon as possible, because we feel that the product itself needs to be like the community needs to be part in the growth of the product in order for us to actually like deliver a product that the community actually wants. So I mean, we couldn't really start out from like day one with like a perfect product, because that would mean that we would have tried to do a perfect product without including the community. So I mean, the earlier in the process that we can include the community, the better.
Yeah. And it's important there to state as well that we're very data driven in our decisions, and you know, we're listening to the community, what they would want. We're looking at the data to show us the direction where the product should go, because we're going to listen to what you want, you know, and you know, develop the product in that sense. Or maybe Hans, you can say something about this, but
yeah, of course. I mean, like Sebastian said, it's important to kind of involve the community and involve your users in the product you're making, because in the end, they're the people who are going to use it. So it needs to meet their needs, as well. So yeah, we're of course using data to our advantage and making decisions based on that. But we also will do like a bunch of user testing and actually seeing if our goal is to like deliver the best payment experience, like our core features needs to be the best. If it's not, then if we add something, we test it with people, they don't like it, we just take it out and go back to the drawing board in that sense. No.
One thing, and this is something that a lot of people are asking about, is speaking of decisions and data-driven decisions. Although I'm not sure this is one. Why did we choose to list on Bybit? Why did we choose to list our token there?
I can take that one. So first of all, Bybit is an excellent exchange. They have millions of users and they have a very, very long track record for crypto. Obviously, crypto is a very young, but yeah, it's a long running exchange with a great history, great reputation. And not only that, I'm also a very close partner with Bybit since actually way more than 2 years now. I know the CEO personally. I know the team behind Bybit. They're great people, all of them, very humble and very, I think they take care of their users and their affiliates much more than any other exchange that I've been working with. And I have worked with several exchanges with different partnerships and different affiliate structures and stuff. So for me, I was really hoping to have this partnership with Bybit rather than other exchanges because I feel more close to Bybit because I like Bybit. I think they're actually doing a great job. That's why I am working so close with them and not other exchanges. I could work with any exchange. I mean, I bring good volume to exchanges, so they're fighting over me. They're trying to steal me from Bybit all the time, but no, I like Bybit. And it was not like we just immediately signed on to Bybit. We still talked to other exchanges, but at the end of the day, we thought Bybit is the exchange for us because, of course, most of my traders are already using Bybit, most of my audience. So to make it easier for my audience, it makes just sense to go on Bybit. Why should we go to an exchange where they have to make a new account all of a sudden? It just makes so much sense to have the easiest access possible. But there are many different reasons. But I think they have high volume. It's a tier 1 exchange. It's actually very, very hard to do an Launchpad IEO on Bybit. It's very hard to get that normally for other projects. But because of my close relationship with them and because of the fact that they thought Kasta looks like an incredible project, that's what they said at least. We got this to happen, and but yeah, you're not going to see many other projects just launch a Bybit like that. It's not something that very easy. So, but I'm very bullish about that. I think this is going to definitely give a lot of volume to the token. It's going to be very, very good for the overall performance of the token, and yeah, the user experience on Bybit is pretty good. So, I'm happy, very happy about that.
Are we only getting listed on Bybit?
No, we are not only going to list. There's two things. First of all, we're going to list, or not list, we're going to have an IDO over at Ignition, and we're going to have an IEO over at Bybit. Then we're going to list, like token listing as a decentralized exchange will be on Bybit to begin with, but we're also going to release the token on different dexes that we're going to announce very soon. So our token will be available on different dexes as well.
And one interesting thing is that usually projects, they have to really, convince exchanges to like list us, please list us. For us, it's been like honestly the opposite. On Telegram, I'm getting messages from exchanges right now. They're like, hey, can you please list Kasta? We want to list Kasta. How can I get in the process of Kasta? It's like, chill out, come on. It's funny, like we have the opposite situation. I think it's because they see how much interest there is in this project. We're actually running out of time.
All right, well, that just about wraps it up. We're going to do some more AMAs with all of our co-founders in the coming weeks. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you
so much.
Make sure to follow our socials.
Oh, click the like button.
And subscribe to our waiting list on Kasta.com.
Follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Make them famous. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Right.